Trisha Classes, a premier institute for commerce education. Udupi, Mangaluru and Bengaluru.
Hello everyone. Trust all of you are keeping at best of your health and spirit. Quite often in our interactions with the parents and students, we have realized that there are a lot of gaps that exist in picking up the right courses or picking up the right skill sets which is required to make oneself employable. So Trisha Group of Institution, in its constant efforts through various platforms like social media or print media, electronic media, or in the television media, is trying its level best to reach out the maximum students and parents in helping them bridge those gaps. And today we are here on a similar effort, launching of Parinathi 2020, the Bridge Course program. And we have also come across numerous cases where students have picked the wrong choices and have regretted at the end of the day. So it's our moral responsibility to provide you with enough information so that the bridges or the gaps that can be filled up. Speaker for the day, C.A. Gopalakrishna Bhatt. He's an academician, educationist, author, entrepreneur, and a motivational speaker, founder of Trisha Group of Institution, which has transformed the education sector in this part of the region in the last 2.5 decades. So today the institution has two wings, with Trisha Classes running the premier commerce courses like Chartered Accountancy and Company Secretary, ACCA and many more, and Trisha Vidya Group of colleges running BCom programs for day and evening colleges. So today, the program for today would be the launch of Parinathi 2020, the bridge course, wherein the students will be giving an opportunity to interact with many of the eminent speakers to unleash themselves and find out what they're good at and what they're potential at, right? So this 1 hour of program is divided into two parts. The first half would be a super motivational message to all of you to begin the day, and the second half would be on the specifics that what we are offering in terms of the bridge course. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, C.A. Gopalakrishna Bhatt.
Namaste, good morning, hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss something very new and special. Hope that you are having a notebook. Students, please have a writing pen and be ready with all the discussion pointers. Parinathi, the bridge course to transform your skills, wherein we are going to give you a thought, completely different thought, what exactly you have to proceed about in the bridge course. Very thankful to all the students and the parents who have inquired, who are registered for this course. First, let me begin with one small question to all of us. Whether you are in 11th or in the 12th or in the graduation, the big question is, what am I doing? What is that I have to do in the next 3 years of my graduation? What is that I have to do in the post graduation? What next? You know that due to corona, many things have changed. Be it be marketing, be it be about education, be it be about professionalism, or everything has been changed. Even the work from home culture has developed. So in that I want to start with a small thing to all of us. First, let us understand what this term education is about. It has derived from the word edure. It is to bring out. Unfortunately, every teacher, every professor is filling you every time. It is not bringing out, it is filling in. Whatever my mind, whatever my thoughts are there, I am going to fill you each and every time. So that many a times it so happens, whatever our knowledge, whatever is the core that what you are, that may not come out. If at all you look probably a century, if you look at, we have been producing n number of engineers, chartered accountant, cost accountant, or it could be graduates, professional qualifications, post graduation, etc., so on and so forth. But what major question lies to all of us? What are we doing next? What is that next? Give you one small interesting fact to you. India produces engineers much more than the population of Switzerland, and still considers Switzerland is better than us in terms of research and innovation. This is due to, if you look back the root cause, I have to go one step back and I have to tell you why this happened. What is the main reason why we are not been able to do something great, miracles, or we are not been able to do so much research, innovation, creativity is the very far away the word. That is basically the root cause of the education. I have to tell you, in 1835, when East India Company was thinking how to make the education in India, they were having the Thomas, the main Education Act farmer that time had two thoughts, two important points. One is India needed at that point of time need more clerks, more just the desk job workers. The other one is very interestingly, they used to find difficulty to communicate with Indians, especially the language English. With that they have imbibed us. They made most of our whatever the skills, most of our whatever the entrepreneurship qualities, they started dying slow by slow, daily on every aspect, whether it is any kind of education. I am not going to tell about science, commerce, arts, anything, it is all about the same. And today for 360 jobs, there are more than 1.5 lakhs graduates will apply, or more than 25,000 just for 360 jobs, more than 25,000 postgraduates will apply. And we are very happy. If you ask any person why you are struggling for last 4 years if you do not get that job, you believe that you want to get into a government job, and still you believe that after joining government job, even if I do not work, my salary is credited. Now the changes, now there are some changes even in the government sector, but this mindset is a problem. I always say this, the mindset is a bigger problem. What is that? After being a graduate, we are not confident on our skills. Our education system makes so dumb to us. Even after becoming a graduate, after being there for more than 21, 22 years or 23 years, we are not confident enough. We are worried about something called recession, we are worried about the job losing. Are we not confident? If you ask the same question for a plumber, he is not worried, electrician is not worried, he believed in his skills, whereas we are not very much confident about our skills. Probably this is what the Parinathi makes you, transform your skills and attempt from our end to a smaller extent. What is that you have to take from education? I start with one simple question. It is the question which makes you stronger than the answer. It is that question which makes you much more stronger than the answer. Please note in your diary, the question mark is more important than the answer. For that I have few thoughts I want to share with you. Let us take one by one. The first point is, if you ask an LKG student or a kindergarten student, you ask a question, or could be first standard, second standard student, you ask a question and they will tell the 100 answers. Same when you ask, when a student comes to 8th, 9th, 10th, the answer can come down very less. Now the interesting, when you ask you a graduate the same question, the answer is minimum, or many times they do not speak at all. When you born in this world, dear my wonderful students, you are genius. I repeat, you are genius. Unfortunately, education system makes you dumb. I made a small experiment on this. It was way long back. I trained some students. I was very interested in little maths teaching, etc. When the students were preparing for Navodaya, so after 6th standard, I found that for 1 week one small crash course I conducted. They were quite small, age could be around 11 years, and wonderful bunch of 8-10 students attended, and excellent answer. The trying was superb, right or wrong does not matter, the trying was superb. Exactly 10 years later, when they just came out of the graduation, somehow I was able to connect them back after 10 years. I wanted to talk to them. I arranged a meeting wherein I asked this first question which I asked on the first bridge course for Navodaya. When I asked them, none of the students were able to answer. None of the students were able to open their mouth. This is the bigger problem. Dear student, you have two choices. Write in your notebook, you have two choices. Either a spectator or a commentator or a player. Player enjoys every moment, whereas spectator or commentator always gives the commentary. He always gives the comments all the times. Choice to you in the education, whether it is a PU or is a graduation or the professional course, most of you are chartered accountant students, and you have to ask the questions. And the first thing you have to note, you are not just a spectator in this game, you are a player in this game. Hope the first thing is, do not just be a spectator, do not just be a commentator. People will give you a loose talk, you may fail, that is okay. The joy, the energy what you get when you are the player, that is very different. That is what you have to get. Daily morning when you get up, and if you think my life is bored up, If you think that I am not being able to do something better, that means seriously something missing in you, seriously there is something missing in the education system. You don't have a proper goal, you don't have a bigger worries at all. You worried about smaller things. I think for that, first important is you have to actively participate. Let us actively participate. Many of us who are attending this program, I believe you are champions, but I will give you a few features of the champions. The one champion I want to highlight here is superb, is a fellow from Karnataka. He is a cricketer, and this cricketer has made the world record. And if I ask you a question and please answer, as a bowler, how many wickets you can take? Is it 9, 10, 11 maximum? You can take maximum of 10. No one can take more than 10 out of 11 wickets. This wonderful cricketer had made 10 out of 10, 10 out of 11 wickets and made the world record. That too after Pakistan winning against India, when the next innings, the test cricket, this fellow made all the 10 wickets and no exception, all 10 wickets goes to Anil Kumble. Please watch and enjoy this.
He's out, got behind. Afridi not happy with that.
Umpire perhaps thought it hit the outside edge hand for sure. Let's see. Pretty difficult to tell.
Ijaz Ahmed is coming after the fall of Shahid Afridi's wicket. He's given him out. Leg before. It was a full toss.
Mr. Jafar Cash thinks that this is out. It's hit him almost on the full. The ball is drifting in towards Ijaz Ahmed. Very vociferous appeal and has been given out LB down for naught. I'm not too sure that wouldn't have missed the leg stump though.
He's bowled in. He's played on. A loose shot again by Inzamam. His bat was away from his pad as he was attempting to play it. The ball's taken the inner edge and gone back and hit the off stump. Now this is a big blow. Kumble struck again.
Lazy shot by Inzamam once again. That's a big wicket for India. He's gone for 6. Pakistan lose this third wicket for 115.
Again struck on the pads. He's given it this time. So wickets falling in a hurry here.
If you could just see, just went a little across the line. That one straightening on to hit the middle there. That's a good decision. He's gone for naught. He's got him. Off the outside edge. It's a good catch and slip.
No doubt about this. Ball bounced, hit him on the glove and just lobbed to Ganguly. Had to come forward just a bit. Saurabh Ganguly to his right and slightly forward. But as Asha Bogle said, the ball looped on its way to Ganguly. Had enough time to get under it and took a very good catch.
He's given him yes. Went up glove. Anil Kumble has taken number 6.
I don't think there was any doubt about this at all. Saeed Anwar had been batting well, but this ball again bounced, turned onto the body and just lobbing up to the man at forward short leg. Absolutely no doubt about that.
He's bowled him. He tried that shot in the previous over. And the ball hurried on to him then. He hit it to mid-on. This time it was through him. That's up in the air. Taken. Too much for Mustaq. That's a lovely delivery. That would have tested any top order batsman.
Absolutely nothing, Mushy. That ball bounced, straightened, and he had absolutely no chance of defending against that. Very simple catch to the man at gully. 198 for 8.
Again, wrapped in the pads. Up goes the finger. There's no doubt about that. That was quicker through the air.
He's in a daze. That ball was through his defence before he could even think too much about it.
Will he be the first Indian bowler to take 10 wickets in a test match innings? That's it! That bad, Anil Kumble has become the first Indian bowler to capture 10 wickets in an innings. India have won the match. They have levelled the series. The first...
Students, I think you watched the 10 wickets, all 10 wickets taken by Anil Kumble. I still remember when he got the jaw injury, jaw fracture, next day coming with the bandage. I always believed Anil Kumble the fighter. If at all you want to do something great in your life, that's what transform your skills. The killing spirit is what is missing in many of the students. The fighting skills are important. It was not easy for Anil Kumble. When Pakistan won against India in the first test innings, the next when you come back, you can imagine India versus Pakistan, the hype, the tensions, and their bowling consistently and taking all the 10 wickets, that requires what we call it as championship. That's what is required to all of us. That's where I always tell, don't just be a spectator or commentator in your life, be a player. I think the next video clipping I want to show to you all of the viewers. It is about you have seen this movie. What one thing that a champion, a student has to look at is, sometime I may not be knowing my skills what exactly, but out of necessity you become or you are going to win that. It is exactly the case, and I need not tell, please watch and enjoy this as well. Students, you observed that in the video clipping, few things, 2-3 important things which I wanted to tell you. Why Milkha Singh started running? What is the reason? What was that made him to run, though he was not an athlete background, though he was no such facilities were there. When in the army, only 10 first people is to get milk, and only they used to get first only 10 people. This fellow started running. I think that's where it started. And if at all you observe, one thing which I wanted to highlight to all of us, this is not shown exactly, the sweating whatever there when is to the squeeze is banyan. It was in the small mug in the beginning. Later that mug size increased, then it became a small bucket. Dear students, the continuous efforts, as I always say, to the greater success, what is required? Actions. No, it is not actions, it is the massive actions are important. I repeat, it is the massive actions are important. I think I have told you 3 important things now. Shall I go to the 4th one? Make a note in your notebook. Most of us who are when they coming into graduation, they watch lot of TV programs. I am not telling TV is bad all the times, but unknowingly, unfortunately, you watch so many programs, many a times it is a time waste. That is why it is rightly said, television, many of the aspect which they say breaking news, that this corona is so much problem, that could be there a partial, but many a times lot of hype is created to make a lot of money. And I will tell you, the companies all over the globe, they invest crazily in the market, in the marketing aspect. If they invested same thing in developing the product, they would have gone somewhere else. That is why many a times, please make a note, it is can be interpreted as television, television. So many negatives they tell. I request all of you, just do not be into the trap. And many a times who watch TV, they may not come into the TV. Those who are there in the TV, they may not come into they may not watch all the times. So please note, you have to change your habits. Watch quickly 10 minutes, 15 minutes news, get back to your studies, get back to your work, get back to your do your physical exercise. Too much time waste is not required. In later one slide I will tell you how time is important. Now the next thing is, when you do anything, whether it is a bridge course, as many students wanted to come into bridge course, or it is about a chartered accountancy or an engineering or a medicine, when you come into this course, I believe the 5 beliefs are very important. I repeat, what are those 5 beliefs are important. Let us look at what are those 5 beliefs. What such 5 beliefs makes you different and stronger. First and important is definitely the first one, your parents. They tell you get up early in the morning or do something, it is for your betterment. Second belief, you know that, and in the Milkha Singh, when in the one of the interview he said, the entire credit goes to my guru, where I have not changed my guru at all in spite of my success. Wonderful students who are watching this, your guru is playing an important role through your life. I know that the people who are watching you are like Sachin Tendulkar. Do you know the fact even Sachin Tendulkar also has a great coach? I think guru makes an important one, start believing it. The next one is importantly, it is about the book which you refer. When you refer, don't start and don't have a lot of doubt on that book. Is that book good? Is this book good? Shall I do multiple book studying? Have a book, go in depth. More than width wise, go in depth. The next one is very critical and important to all of us. I tell you, you have to know something as spiritual knowledge. All the knowledge what is there, they can provide you a knowledge only to some extent. But spiritual knowledge transform your life. That is the reason spiritual knowledge is important. Finally, I will not tell. I just give you a small activity sheet. Shall I give you a small activity sheet? Have a notebook with you. Write 5 best friends of yours. Quickly, who are the first 5 best friends of yours? Can you write the first 5 best friends of yours? You have to write quickly. I will give you only 2-3 minutes. You have written Rekha, you have written Govind, you have written Mahesh, Mukesh, something. Many boys have written all the girlfriends' names. All right. When I say this, you have to write the 5 friends. Probably you missed out the very important one, my dear student. That is the last one, which I wanted to highlight here. The very important, the best friend to you is you. Remember, if you do not have confidence in you, if you do not look at the mirror daily morning, I am the best friend for myself, definitely you start scolding on yourself, you scolding about the environment. Best friend for you is the you only. Among the 5 friends, 5 best friends, first one is you and rest all others. Hope that these are the 5 important beliefs: parents, gurus, books, then it is about the God, then obviously you. These are the 5 things which you have to note. Let us go to the next one. I told you in the very beginning, what makes you change? Listen carefully, what makes you change? It is not the answer, it is the question what you pose. When you get into any course, when you get into graduation, when you get into engineering, when you get into medicine, what are our questions? Am I able to get job? Whether the teacher will give you notebooks to me, they give you some guidance notes to me, they dictate the theory, or what marks I get at the end. I think these are the very traditional one. Students, please note, things have changed. I request all of you who are observing, you are watching this program, please change your questions. It is not the answer very important, it is the question. Bigger the questions you have, bigger the transformation takes place. Let us look at your the question that generally students will ask. The first question you all ask is whether I get job. The second one is about marks, then about any notes and any guides I get it here, whether completion of syllabus. This has quite changed. Let us not stick on to the very traditional. Of course, few things maybe is important in this, but that is not your sole purpose. Sole purpose of any student, if it is a job, there is a serious disaster. As it progresses, due to advancement of technology, due to advancement of artificial intelligence, cloud computing, I think many jobs are going to they are going to change. So one thing which you have to note is, during the corona period, this entire year, what I call corona year, it is to develop your skills, it is to change your skills, it is to unlearn and relearn again and again and again. Jobs will not be lost. Those people who are not adopting the new jobs, they are going to be lost. I think the question should have been this way. Your first question, what skills I am going to get? You have to ask your teachers, rather than books, how many times I go on to the stage. That should be the question, rather than how many 100 marks. You most of the times you do by heart, right? In the 12th, 11th, we do by heart and write it. I think things have changed. And even if there I think the first thing is develop on your skills. Second thing, very critical and important, is real life experience. When you say a bank, go to a bank. When you say post office, go to post office. Do some internship. Get into smaller employment, get a real time experience, so that after graduation, after engineering, you are very equipped, rather than very very theoretical in nature. The next very third important is, think beyond books. You may be knowing, my dear students, even the biggest book, all are there in the fingertips today. It is the technology era. I am not telling books are not important. Read some books which will motivate you. Read some books which are autobiography. Read some books which made a difference in their society, who have created empires, great entrepreneurs. These books will help you a lot. I think your expectations should slightly change. Next one is about prepare for life, not just for examination, prepare for life. The next one, to do all this, my dear students, we are all having the scarcity is about the time. Do you all agree? The biggest problem to all of us is time, and who manages time, he is going to get success. That is why it is always said life is short. You want to know math? Little maths, how much short life we have it. A person can live for an average 70 years. Please make a note, a small calculation. Let us see, many chartered accountancy students are here. 70 years, 52 weeks per year. Let us consider 50 for simplicity. Please make a note, 70 into 50. Now you have only 3,500 weekends. I repeat, you have only 3,500 weekends. Next one is, let us consider 18 years, you are 12th completed, or you are going to complete in few days. So 18 years, 18 into 50, you take 900 weekends lost. Dear student, what is remaining? Out of 3,500, it is not a big number. Listen carefully. If I tell you 70 here, it may look very big to you. If I tell you 70 into 12, it may look still bigger to you. If you say there are only 3,500 weekends and you lost already 900 weekends, you left with only 2,600 weekends. Please make a note. I have to make my weekend means the entire week I have to make it better. This weekend gone and you will be losing. If I say the remaining is 2,600, you left with only 2,599 weekends. It will flash like anything. Dear students, please make a note. Time flashes like anything. Life is too short. That's why I always said, life is too short. Please do what you want to do it. Many of us are not sure what to want to do it. Re-look into it. What is that crazily drives you? I always said this when I was small. I used to think that I have to be a orator. Obviously my qualities were not there so much, but I wanted to be a orator. I wanted to be a speaker. Went on to the stage. People laughed. That's okay. Please make my note. The bigger differences made in this world, the people who have that craziness. I don't know what craziness you have it. Please you identify that craziness. What is that madness you have it? Anta huchu nimge yenide? What is that pagalpan you have it? You have to identify. If that you are not done, I think you are just doing the same work again and again and again. I think for that, please make a note. Please make a note. As it is written on the screen, life is short. Live your dreams and wear your passion. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Life is short. Live your dreams and wear your passion. Live your dream and wear your passion, since life is too short to do just an ordinary things. You are not meant for an ordinary one. You are meant for something really big, really think beyond what you are presently doing it. Alright, the next one is, I think considering all these pointers, I have already told you a timesheet activity given to you. I think you have written down, and 5 friends, please make a note, one is you in that, right. Why I told you this is, when you started valuing all the others, please make a note, in the process of valuing someone too much, forgetting that you are special one too. I repeat, in the process of valuing all others over there around you, you missed that you are also a special one, and many times we feel inferior. And that's the problem when I was mentioning to you in the very introductory part. The education system makes you inferior, and you think, many of us think that I can't speak English and friends will laugh, and that's where our problem lies. English is one of the multiple languages. If you don't know how to talk English, that's okay, there are other languages you know. You take any country, Russia, China, these are all countries not so obsessed with that we have it called English. I am not telling you don't study, you don't do that, you study, that's okay, but are you too much obsessed with that? Is it that what is taken all the times? I think that perception has to change. Let us not be inferior. And one fellow, I was asking, what you are doing? Businessman. With a very dull face he was telling businessman. I told him, boss, you are so good to a businessman. He told, in my community no one is going to marry me because I am a businessman. That's, and you are going to pay taxes properly, you are going to give the employment to others, and you are you have to tell proudly I am a businessman. I think that is what is missing all of us. Remember, when you value others, don't miss to value yourself. Don't undermine the the power of what you have it. That's why it is rightly said, when you are valuing others, don't forget to value yourself as well. The next one which I wanted to tell you, when you join this course called Parinathi, we are transforming your skills. Please make a note, what is that you want to take, or probably post that you wanted to join a particular college, how the education is moving. Here are my thoughts, and please make a note. First thing is, the approach towards education, what you are presently doing, that has to change. Point number 1, please make a note. Point number 1, it is about more of hybrid model as it progresses. It means to say, it is not just about the classroom, one fellow teachers and you are going to learn. There will be much more value adding to it. There are thoughts, please note, you have to be ready for online classes as well. Get everywhere, as I said, reduce TV, rest all things you can get. If the TV program is good, which will help you, definitely go for it, but please note, the education is going to have a bigger transformation, that is hybrid model of education. The next one, please make a note, the next one is all about, don't ever think that the education should provide you not unemployment, more than that not underemployment. It is about the right employment, that is only you will get provided you develop on your skills. Otherwise, just you become an ordinary clerk, which that you do not want to do that. Next one is, the next important is, are we all the times asking about how much job we get, what salary? Is it that not crazy to become an entrepreneur? I think this is a high time. Lot more changes have happened. Ecosystem has completely changed if you compare 10-15 years back. I think this is what the next takeaway, that all of us can be an entrepreneur. Even the parents who are watching this program, I am going to tell all of us, let us not stick on to what you have thought, you are dreamt of. What your son is good at it. At least you get all the information. That is why it is right to think, at least few part of the students who are watching this program, from moving from job just a seeker to job provider. The next last one which I wanted to highlight is, go beyond the classroom, get lot of real life experiences. One thing which I wanted to share with you, how do I get that? You in and around, there are many people who are having that status, that they reach that success. Go and take an interview. Ask an entrepreneur how he has done it. It could be even smaller. You, by listening, by talking to them, be conversant with them, you get lot many ideas. I think these are all the pointers I wanted to highlight. Now I want to tell you the last part. We all spend some amount in XYZ colleges, but one thing which you all have to note today, it is something called as 3S formula. All of you write in your notebook, called 3S formula. What is that 3S formula? It is, we all are good at writing for an examination, but when it comes to talking, speaking skills, we lack. That is why it is important. Substance plus style is equal to success. I repeat, substance plus style is equal to success. All of you have do it, lazy fellows. Substance plus style is equal to success. The next one which I wanted to show it with all of you who are writing examination or otherwise preparing for an interview, it is important to do a super preparation, is important, plus presentation is equal to success. I repeat, preparation plus presentation is equal to success. Next one, hard skill plus soft skill is equal to success. Dear student, gone are the days once you have completed or you completed 10th, you used to get good jobs. Things have changed, things have drastically changed, and it is going to change huge in the next coming days. It is something like this. Listen carefully, listen carefully. You are watching a movie, alright, there is 1.5 hour gone, and there is something interval comes. Let us assume after 1.5 hours something that has come called corona break, and then it is coming. Dear student, the next one is a complete different climax altogether. You should be ready for that. Should be ready for all such surprises. That is what I always say, your education should make you quite stronger rather than weaker, could make you lot many positive contributions rather than negative contributions. Feed lot of good things, feed positivity, the output also comes the same way. I think you understood all this. Students, with that I am going to the next one. All of us know the story, right? The crux Is it that crux just important? That is why I said called SAS, story plus art of telling story. Repeat, story plus art of telling story is equal to success. It is not what you tell, it is how you tell, my dear. I think these all combinations, if you can learn in any education, any bridge courses, I think you have been fairly successful. The next one, I am going to write some, please watch on the screen, the next one, please make note. Very interesting. There is something called 9.6, there is something called 10, there is something called 8848. You have to put one box, fourth box you have to put it. All of you do it quickly. The first one is 9.6, second one is 10, third one is 8848. What is that fourth box? Fourth box for you. Can anyone guess what is that 9.6? Usain Bolt, when he ran, he was decided he has to beat the world record which he made, that was 9.6 something. Later when he made a world record, it was 9.58 seconds. How much? Listen, just 9 point, just flip for the second, just check 9.58 seconds, made the world record. His all the time goal was less than 9.6. I shown the Anil Kumble, the fighter, his all time focus was, is there any chance I can get all 10 out of 10? Is it that all the wickets I can get, even if there is a new bowler comes in, after 10, 15, 20 years, he can take only 10 wickets, not more than that. Is that the goal that you have it? Arunima Sinha, when she went to the Mount Everest, do you know the height? 8848 meters. Dear student, she was having all time focus in spite of injured when the legs were cut off. All time focus was 8848 meters. Can I do that? Can I do that? Can I do that? She could do it. Dear student, I am going to ask you one small question today. Put a box. What is that I want to become? If you say chartered accountant, please don't tell me that. Can you tell me chartered accountant, top 50 best chartered accountants in India? Can you say something that kind which should make you very work hard? We should live with your dream. You write 10 best chartered accountants in India. That should be the word. If you tell engineer, you tell I have to be an awardee, I have to do something great research, etc., etc. I think for all this, one important key thing which I want to highlight. Please make a note. If you focus on, listen carefully, my dear student. If you focus on any results, you may not change. Repeat. If you focus on results, you may not change. But if you focus on change, definitely you will get results. Now the time has come during the corona period, time has to change. The time has come wherein we all have to transform our skills. That's where the Parinathi, the bridge course, hoping that it will give you much more interesting facts, much more creative thoughts to you. Somewhere you have to come into that mode where you will be very, very confident of doing it. With that note, I will be giving back to Guru Prasad, wherein just with that one small thought, I want to wish that all of you have a very good luck. Do this course with much more higher josh, higher energy. Let us exactly 3 or 4 years later, after your graduation, when you come back, you have to be much more skilled, much more energetic, with much more positive thoughts. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Now over to Guru sir. Thank you, Guru sir.
Thank you so much, Gopal Krishna sir, for that wonderful start for the day with a powerful message to the students, and I'm very sure all of you are really geared up with this. Now on the specifics of the bridge course that we are going to plan for the next 15 days or so, and I would also like to add that we have received numerous responses. Lot of registrations happen. This is the thrill that we get. It's a win-win situation for all of us. Now, this is what motivates us to do something better. So as I said, with the effort of trying to attempt to bridge those gaps between the skills and academics and all that, a Trisha group of institution is launching Parinathi 2020, and I would like to give you some major highlights of what we are going to cover in this. Tomorrow we are going to have a motivational session. It's like an inaugural session which is delivered by two of the eminent speakers. One, Mr. Praveen Kamath, who is the General Manager and HR Head Global Delivery for Wipro Limited, one of the finest motivational speakers that I have ever seen. And second one, Dr. Anand Prabhu from Mangalore, who is a motivational speaker, an academician, and also a cyber law expert, who is also the part of Karnataka Police Training Academy. So they will address you tomorrow, and that would be a powerful interaction and inauguration for these wonderful bridge courses. And then I would take the privilege and honor to deliver a talk on Live Your Dreams. Myself, Guru Prasad, the principal from Trisha Vidya College of Commerce and Management from Udupi, where I'll tell you to focus beyond the classroom. What is that you need to capture yourself? Up next, we have business in the modern world and entrepreneurship. We have an eminent speaker, a professor and an entrepreneur, Professor Bolnath Datta, who is the chairman of World Entrepreneurship Grid from Kolkata, who's going to tell you some insights on the new things of doing business and entrepreneurship. Up next, we have the basics of stock market and mutual funds, which is very, very important for the current generations to understand, and which is delivered by an expert, Professor Vijendra, who is a faculty of Trisha Vidya College of Commerce and Management from Udupi. Next, all the academics institutions are focusing to bridge this transition between academics and corporate, and it is very much necessary for us to tell you, like, what are the skill sets required to convert yourself, or to transform from a classroom to the boardroom, or from campus to the corporate. So we have Mr. Fenil, who is the country head of India for Institute of Management Accountant, who will deliver you a very important talk for the students on campus to corporate. And next, I always believed in Trisha group of institution, we always believed, we have to focus beyond academics, we have to focus beyond the classrooms, and that's where we are giving a lot of exposure to our students to explore themselves beyond the academics and classrooms. And we have one of the finest speakers that I've ever met, Dr. R.C. Natarajan, a very renowned academician and a former director of TAPI Management Institution, one of the prestigious institute of India, who will be talking about think beyond classrooms. And these days, technology are playing a lot of role, and people have realized the importance of technology post this lockdown, where a lot of classes and so many activities is now gone digital. So have a right topic to talk about the technology and its impact on the Indian education sector. We have Arshdeep Singh, who is a business development associate from Byju's, which is a pioneer in technological education platform. We have an international speaker also for all of you. That's something which is very, very privileged for all of us. India and Bangladesh have been enjoying a lot of trade relationship, and it's been a beautiful friendship. So let's talk about India and Bangladesh, its bilateral relations and way forward, by one of the eminent speaker, Barrister Shamim Haider Patwari, who is also an academician and also a member of parliament from Dhaka, Bangladesh. So please do not miss it. Do watch to understand more about India and Bangladesh culture. And above all these things, it's very, very important to keep yourself fit and fine. So we have a wonderful session on a Sunday morning headed by Mr. Ankit Kumar, who is a behavioral scientist and a certified yoga trainer, who will talk about yoga and also will train you about the stress management concept, which I understand at this kind of pressurous situation, this is the most important topic. So this is just the highlights that I've told about the courses that we are going to offer. There are many more to come. Students, I'll tell you, if you even miss one of this, I feel you're going to miss something very, very precious. So this is all is offering for you. Please do not miss. Make sure that all these talks are very interactive. Your questions will be answered, and the high profile speakers will be, I don't think so, will be available so easily, and we have just made it to you so comfortably for all of you. So once again, I wish everyone the best luck. I welcome all of you to Parinathi 2020, and make sure you participate in all our session. I look forward to see you all from tomorrow. Till then, goodbye, and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much for watching.
Trisha Classes, a premier institute for commerce education. Udupi, Mangaluru,